I'm back, Jax Gamer here with another episode of Tower 3D Pro. Today, we are in Atlanta, Georgia, at Atlanta International Airport. We're going to be doing an evening shift. We're about 10 minutes before 9 o'clock in the evening. We are going to have our arrival runway 9 right, which is this one right here, 9 right. Our departure, 9 left and 8 right. We're going to have 8 left at the very top of the screen, and at the very bottom of the screen, 10 down for maintenance. They'll be working on those runways over the evening. So we only have these 3 available to us. So I thought we would do something a little different today and simulate a couple runways being down for maintenance. So let's go ahead and get this episode kicked off. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to all my new subscribers and all of my old subscribers. Thank you so much for all the love and support over the last, my goodness, what's it been? Year and a half, almost 2 years. So greatly appreciate it. Here we go. AC 5378, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, AC 5378.
Delta 994, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
So as
Delta
this gets busier, I'm not going to be able to talk as much as I normally would through the episodes. We'll see. I'm assuming it's going to get busy even at the 9 o'clock hour in Atlanta. I just have no idea what we're going to have for arrivals and departures. So it'll be interesting with only one runway
Virgin
open
116 heavy request pushback
for arrivals right now. Virgin 116 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 9 or left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 or left via Lima. Virgin 116 heavy.
Today our wind is calm at 127. And we do have cloudy skies.
Ground. Delta 551 request pushback.
Delta 551, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Delta 551.
And at this airport, you gotta keep things moving fast. We'll see how long we go, maybe 30 minutes to 40 minutes, somewhere in there. Or until I have a catastrophic error. Maybe we'll stop then. This airport
Ground.
does get
AC
nuts.
5378 request taxi runway 8 right. Ground. Delta 994 request taxi runway 8 right.
Ground, Southwest 2664 request pushback.
Yeah, see, it's already getting a little crazy, isn't it? Delta 994, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 994.
Southwest 2664, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Southwest 2664.
All right, we have AC here waiting on the Delta. Delta's just about out. And as always, we're using WildCard's modifications. Thank you so much, WildCard, for your contributions to the Tower 3D Pro community. It is greatly appreciated by many. I know that for sure. All right, just keep plugging along here. Get these guys out of here.
Ground. Virgin 116 heavy request taxi runway 9 or left.
Virgin 116 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Virgin 116 heavy. Ground. Delta 551 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 551, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 551.
AC 5378, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, AC 5378.
All right, we're just about ready to have our first departure for today. It's an MD-88, a McDonnell Douglas 88.
Ground, Delta 1107 heavy request pushback.
Delta 1107 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Delta 1107 heavy.
Delta 994, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Delta 994.
Ground, Southwest 2664 request taxi runway 8 right.
Southwest 2664, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Southwest 2664.
All right, we'll keep them moving. We got Virgin moving on the other side. So that is good. Delta 551, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, Delta 551.
All right, let's check out our first departure here. Our MD-88.
Ground, Delta 1107 heavy request taxi runway 8 right.
And they are out of here. Delta 551, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Delta 551.
AC 5378, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, AC 5378.
Delta 1107 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1107 heavy.
Delta 994, contact Atlanta, departure, good day.
Contact departure, good evening, Delta 994.
Yep,
Ground, Southwest 4032 request pushback.
bye-bye now. Southwest 4032, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima, Southwest 4032.
All right. So far, so good. There's another Delta out of here. AC 5378, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, AC 5378.
Southwest 2664, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, Southwest 2664.
Delta 551, contact departure, good day.
Contact departure, goodbye, Delta 551.
Virgin 116 heavy, wind is calm, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff, Virgin 116 heavy.
All right, we're going to get him out of here.
Ground, Southwest 4032 request taxi runway 9 left.
Southwest 2664, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Southwest 2664.
Ground, Delta 1245 request pushback.
Delta 1245, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima, Delta 1245.
Southwest 4032, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Southwest 4032.
Delta 1107 Heavy, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right, line up and wait. Delta 1107 Heavy.
AC 5378, contact Atlanta departure, good evening.
Contact departure, good evening, AC 5378.
Delta 1107 Heavy, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Delta 1107 Heavy.
Southwest 2664, contact Atlanta departure, good evening.
Contact departure, good evening, Southwest 2664.
Ground, Air France 689er Heavy, request pushback.
Air France 689er Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima, Air France 689er Heavy.
All right, so far we're hanging in there, folks. It's not too crazy yet. Virgin 116 Heavy, contact Atlanta departure, good evening.
Contact departure, good evening, Virgin 116 Heavy.
If you folks happen to like this type of content, be sure to hit that like, that bell, that sub as I stumble over my words. And leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know that you were here. I love chatting with you guys. So be sure and do that. Let me know you guys still enjoy Tower 3D Pro. So I want to know, should I continue to make these episodes? If you guys are enjoying them, I definitely will.
Ground, Delta 1245 request taxi runway 9 left.
Delta 1245, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1245. Ground, Southwest 323 request pushback.
Southwest 323, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Southwest 323.
Delta 1107 Heavy, contact Atlanta departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Delta 1107 Heavy. Ground,
bye-bye
Endeavour
now.
3651 request pushback.
Endeavor 3651, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Endeavour 3651.
Southwest 4032, wind is calm, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff, Southwest 4032.
Just going to keep him
Ground,
rolling here.
AC 5081 request pushback. Ground, Air France 689er Heavy request taxi runway 9 left.
Air France 689er Heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Air France 689er Heavy.
And I'm going to have to wait on this AC with the Endeavor next to it, pushing back. So we'll have to wait a little bit on that one.
Ground, Southwest 323 request taxi runway 8 right.
Southwest 323, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Southwest 323.
You know what's crazy, folks, about making
Ground,
these videos?
Endeavour 3651 request taxi runway 8 right.
Endeavor 3651, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Endeavour 3651.
What's crazy about making these videos
Ground, Delta 374 request pushback.
is that once you start talking, all of a sudden your mouth gets dry, you get phlegm, you have all these issues. I've had to pause the mic a couple times just to cough.
Ground,
It's
Delta 1422 request pushback.
just crazy. AC 5081, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved.
I got to keep
Expect
these
runway 8
rolling
right
here.
via Foxtrot Hotel, AC 5081.
Delta 1422, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Delta 1422.
Delta 1245, wind is calm, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff, Delta 1245.
Southwest 4032, contact Atlanta departure, good evening.
Contact departure, good evening, Southwest 4032.
Delta 374, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Delta Tree 74. Ground, Delta 1438 request pushback.
Delta 1438, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Delta 1438.
Southwest 323, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Southwest 323.
Definitely trying to keep these guys moving, man. If you fall behind here, you're in trouble. And even keeping them moving, I may still fall behind at some point as the strip builds up more and more departures. No arrivals yet, so that's interesting. Endeavor 3651, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, Endeavor Tree 651. Ground, Delta 20904 request pushback.
Delta 20904, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima, Delta 20904. Ground, Delta 1422 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 1422, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1422.
Ground, Delta 1884 request pushback.
Delta 1884, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 left via Lima, Delta 1884.
Ground, AC 5081 request taxi runway 8 right.
AC 5081, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, AC 5081.
Southwest 323, contact departure, good day.
Contact departure, good evening, Southwest 323.
Endeavor 3651, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Endeavor Tree 651.
Delta 1245, contact departure.
Contact departure, good evening, Delta 1245.
Air France 689er heavy, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff, Air France 689er heavy.
Delta 1422, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, Delta 1422. Ground, Delta 1438 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 1438, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1438. Ground, Delta 950 heavy request pushback.
Delta 950 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel, Delta 950 heavy. Ground, Delta Tree 74 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 374, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta Tree 74.
Delta 1422, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, Delta 1422. Ground, Delta 20904 request taxi runway 9 left.
Delta 20904, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 20904.
Ground, Delta 1884 request taxi runway 9 left.
Delta 1884, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1884.
AC 5081, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, AC 5081.
Endeavor 3651, contact land departure, good day.
Contact departure, good evening, Endeavor Tree 651. Ground, AC 5261 request pushback.
AC 5261, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima, AC 5261.
AC 5081, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff, AC 5081.
Delta 374, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait, Delta Tree 74.
Delta 1422, contact land departure, good day.
Contact departure, good evening, Delta 1422.
Air France 689er heavy, contact departure, good day.
Contact departure, goodbye, Air France 689er heavy.
Keep me busy,
Ground, Southwest 444 request pushback.
even with no arrivals.
Ground, Delta 950 heavy request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 950 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 950 heavy.
Southwest 444, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima, Southwest 444.
Delta 374, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 374.
Delta 209er 4, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left cleared for takeoff. Delta 209er
Delta
4.
1438, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait. Delta 1438.
AC 5081, contact and land departure. Good evening.
Contact departure. Good evening. AC 5081. Ground. Delta 189er7 request pushback.
Delta 189er7, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Delta 189er7. Ground. Delta 552 request pushback.
Delta 552, pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima. Delta 552.
Delta 1884, runway 9er left, line up and wait.
Runway 9er left line up and wait. Delta 1884.
Delta 1438, wind is calm, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 1438. Ground. AC 5261 request taxi runway 9er left.
AC 5261, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. AC 5261. Ground. Delta 9er 84 heavy request pushback.
Delta 9er 84 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima. Delta 9er 84 heavy.
Delta 374, contact departure. Good day.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 374.
Delta 1884, wind is calm, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left cleared for takeoff. Delta 1884.
Delta 9er 50 heavy, runway 1.
Ground. Delta 1639er request pushback.
That was my bad there. Delta 9er 50 heavy, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 9er 50 heavy.
Delta 2094, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 209er4.
Delta 1438, contact and land departure. Good evening.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 1438. Ground. Delta 304 heavy request pushback.
Delta 304 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima. Delta 304 heavy. Ground. Southwest 444 request taxi runway 9er left.
Southwest 444, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Southwest 444.
All
Ground.
right.
Delta 189er7 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 189er7, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 189er7.
Delta 1884, contact departure.
Contact departure. Goodbye. Delta 1884.
Goodbye.
Ground. Delta 552 request taxi runway 9er left.
Delta 552, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 552. Ground. Delta 9er 84 heavy request taxi runway 9er left.
Delta 9er 84 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 9er 84 heavy. Ground. Delta 1339er request pushback.
Delta 1339er, pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima. Delta 1339er.
Delta 189er7, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 189er7.
AC 5261, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left cleared for takeoff. AC 5261.
All right, we're keeping them rolling here. Looks like we have one
Ground.
that's now popping
Delta
up
304 heavy request taxi
on the
runway
D
9er
bright.
left.
So it looks like our first arrival's coming in. Delta 9er 50 heavy, contact Atlanta departure. Good evening.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 9er 50 heavy. Tower. Delta 1391 inbound runway 9er right. Ground. AC 5132 request pushback.
AC 5132, pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. AC 5132.
Delta 139er1, enter final runway 9er right.
Enter final runway 9er right. Delta 139er1.
Delta 1639er, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Delta 1639er.
Delta 552, runway 9er left, line up and wait.
Runway 9er left, line up and wait. Delta 552.
All right, I think it's about to get insane here. We'll see how this works with 2 runways down tonight. Am I able to keep all my bearings intact? Delta 189er 7, contact land departure. Good evening.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 189er 7.
Delta 552, wind is calm. Runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 552.
Southwest 444, runway 9er left, line up and wait.
Runway 9er left, line up and wait. Southwest 444.
Tower, Delta 1364 heavy inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 1364 heavy, enter final runway 9er right.
Enter final runway 9 right. Delta 1364 heavy.
AC 5261, contact departure.
Contact departure. Goodbye. AC 5261.
Ground, Delta 2363 request pushback.
Ground. Delta 1339er request taxi runway 9er left.
Delta 1399er, continue taxi. Is that the
Ground.
wrong one?
Delta 1639er request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 1339er, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 1339er.
Wrong call
Ground.
sign.
AC 5132 request taxi runway 8 right.
ACE 5132, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. AC 5132.
Southwest 444, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 444.
Delta 984 heavy, runway 9er left, line up and wait.
Ground. AC 5156 request pushback. Runway 9er left, line up and wait. Delta 9er 84 heavy.
Delta 1639er, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 1639er.
AC 5156, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. AC 5156.
Delta 304 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 304 heavy.
Delta 139er 1, runway 9er right, clear to land.
Runway 9er right, cleared to land. Delta 139er 1.
Delta 552, contact Atlanta departure. Good evening.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 552.
Delta 2652, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Unable pushback. Will advise when ready. Delta 2652.
Delta 984 heavy, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 9er 84 heavy.
Southwest 444, contact Atlanta departure. Good evening.
Contact departure. Good evening. Southwest 444.
AC 5132, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right, cleared for takeoff. AC 5132.
Delta 1364 heavy, runway 9er right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right cleared to land. Delta 1364 heavy.
Delta 1339er, runway 9er left, line up and wait.
Runway 9er left, line up and wait. Delta 1339er. Ground. Delta 2652 request pushback.
Delta 2652, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Tango. Delta 2652.
I didn't say Foxtrot
Ground.
Tango.
Delta 1427 heavy request pushback.
Delta 1427 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima. Delta 1427 heavy.
Delta 2652, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Thank you.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Delta 2652.
Delta 1339er, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left, cleared for takeoff. Delta 1339er.
Delta 1639er, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right, line up and wait. Delta 1639er.
Delta 984 heavy, contact departure, good day.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 9er 84 heavy.
Delta 304 heavy, runway 9er left, line up and wait.
Runway 9er left, line up and wait. Delta 304 heavy.
Okay.
Tower. Delta 811 inbound runway 9er right.
Ground, Delta 2605 request pushback.
Delta 2605, pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 left via Lima. Delta 2605.
Delta 811, enter final runway 9er right.
Enter final runway 9er right. Delta 811.
Delta 1639er, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 1639.
AC 5132, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. AC 5132.
Delta 304 heavy, wind is calm, runway 9er left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9er left cleared for takeoff.
All right, got to get some of
Delta
these guys
304
cleared out of the
heavy.
terminals here.
Ground. AC 5308 request pushback.
AC 5308, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. AC 5308. Ground. Delta 892 request pushback.
Delta 892, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Delta 892. Tower. Delta 306 inbound runway 9er right.
Delta 306, enter final runway 9er right.
Enter final runway 9er right. Delta 306.
Delta 139er 1, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Delta 139er 1. Ground. Delta 2275 request pushback.
Delta 2275, pushback approved, expect runway 9er left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9er left via Lima. Delta 2275.
Delta 2652, continue taxi.
Unable taxi. Will advise when ready. Delta 2652. Ground. Delta 1427 heavy request taxi runway 9er left.
Delta 1427 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi.
It's getting busy.
Delta 1427 heavy.
Delta 1339er, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 1339er.
Delta 139er 1, cross runway 9er left.
Crossing runway 9er left. Delta 139er 1.
Delta 1639er, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 1639er.
Delta 811, runway 9er right, clear to land.
Runway 9er right cleared to land. Delta 811.
We're at such a
Ground.
standstill.
Delta 2605 request taxi runway 9 left.
Ground. Delta 892 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 2605, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 2605.
Ground. Delta 2652 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 2652, continue taxi. Let's go.
Unable taxi. Will advise when ready. Delta 2652. Ground. Delta 2306 request pushback. Ground. AC 5156 request taxi runway 8 right.
Wow.
Tower. Delta 1628 inbound runway 9er right.
AC 5156, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. AC 5156.
I gotta wait for them to call me.
Ground. Delta 380 request pushback.
Delta 304 heavy, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 304 heavy. Ground. Delta 2013 request pushback.
Delta 2013, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Delta 2013.
AC 5308, continue taxi.
Unable taxi. Will advise when ready.
Okay.
AC 5308.
Delta 1364, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Unable to comply. Delta 1364 heavy.
Delta 1364 heavy, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Delta 1364 heavy.
Delta 306, runway 9er right, clear to land.
Runway 9er right cleared to land. Delta 306.
Goodness gracious.
Ground.
Right?
Delta 1915 request pushback. Ground. Delta 2275 request taxi runway 9er left.
Delta 2275, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 2275.
Delta 2652, continue taxi.
Unable taxi. Will advise when ready.
I mean, what are
Delta
y'all doing?
2652.
What are y'all
Ground.
doing?
Delta 2548 request pushback. Tower. Southwest 257 inbound runway 9er right. Ground. Delta 2010 request pushback. Ground. AC 5308 request taxi runway 8 right.
AC 5308, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. AC 5308.
Delta 1364 heavy, cross runway 9er left.
Crossing runway 9 left, Delta 1364
Delta
heavy.
2605, runway 9 left, line up and wait.
Runway 9 left, line up and wait. Delta 2605.
AC 5156, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right, line up and wait. AC 5156.
Delta 2363, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 left via Lima. Delta 2363.
Delta 8902, continue taxi. Hopefully you're ready.
Continue taxi, Delta 8902.
Tower, Delta 2595 inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 1628, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right, cleared to land. Delta 1628.
AC 5156, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff. I can't
Runway
get
8
these
right,
other
cleared
ones
for
pushed
takeoff.
back.
AC 5156.
Delta 2605, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff. Delta 2605.
Southwest 276, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Unable pushback, will advise when ready. Southwest 276.
Delta 1427 heavy, runway 9 left, line up and wait.
Runway 9 left, line up and wait. Delta 1427 heavy.
My
Ground.
goodness.
Delta 2241 request pushback.
Ground. Delta 906 request pushback. Ground. Delta 2608 request pushback.
Just let them all come
Delta
in.
121 tree heavy request pushback.
Ground. Delta 1111 request pushback.
Yep.
Ground. Delta 201 tree request taxi runway 8 right.
Tower, Southwest 548 inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 2013, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 201 tree.
Delta 811, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Delta 811.
Delta 1427 heavy, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff. Delta 1427
Delta
heavy.
2652, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 2652.
Southwest 276, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Unable pushback, will advise when ready. Southwest
AC
276.
5308, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. AC 5308.
Delta 2605, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 2605.
Delta 306, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Delta 306.
AC 5156, contact departure, good day.
Contact departure. Good evening. AC 5156.
Delta 2548, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right. Delta 2548.
Delta 1433, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right.
Unable pushback, will advise when ready. Delta 1433.
Jeez.
Ground. Southwest 276 request pushback.
Southwest 276, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Southwest 276.
Southwest 257, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right cleared to land. Southwest 257.
Ground. Delta 2363 request taxi runway 9 left.
Delta 811, cross runway 9 left.
Crossing runway 9 left. Delta 811.
Delta 2363, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 2363.
Delta 8902, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 8902.
Ground. Delta 1756 request pushback.
Ground, Delta 1433 request pushback.
Delta 2275, runway 9 left, line up and wait.
Runway 9 left line up and wait. Delta 2275. Ground. Delta 1535 request pushback. Ground. Delta 1469 request pushback.
Tower, ups 90604 heavy inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 25905, runway 8 right, clear to land.
Unable to comply. Delta 25905.
Delta 25905, runway 9 right, clear to land. My
Runway 9
apologies.
right cleared to land. Delta 25905.
Delta 1427, heavy, contact departure, good day.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 1427 heavy.
Delta 2013, runway 8 right, line up and wait.
Runway 8 right line up and wait. Delta 201
AC 5308, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. AC 5308.
Delta 1756, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 left via Lima. Delta 1756.
Delta 1469er, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 left via Lima. Delta 1469er. Ground. Southwest 276 request taxi runway 8 right.
Southwest 276, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Southwest 276.
Delta 1433, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right. Delta 1433.
AC 5361, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Ground. AC 5351 request pushback. Ground. Delta 2548 request taxi runway 8 right.
Southwest 548, runway 9 right, cleared to land.
Runway 9 right cleared to land. Southwest 548.
Delta 306, cross runway 9 left.
Crossing runway 9 left. Delta 306.
Delta 1628, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Delta 1628. Tower. Delta 1834 inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 892, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 892.
Well, if you happen to enjoy this
Ground.
craziness,
Delta 2639 heavy request pushback.
be sure to hit that like that below
Ground.
that sub.
AC 5070 request pushback.
Leave a comment in the comment section
Ground.
below.
Southwest 1415 request pushback.
And let me know you were here.
Tower. Delta 2104 inbound runway 9 right.
I'm probably going to wrap this up soon.
Ground. Delta 1469 request taxi runway 9 left.
I am definitely overwhelmed at this point. Delta 2013, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 201
UPS 9604 heavy, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Unable to comply. UPS 90604 heavy.
UPS 9604 heavy, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right cleared to land. UPS 90604 heavy.
Delta 1469, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. Delta 1469.
Southwest 257, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Southwest 257.
Delta 2652, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Delta 2652.
Delta 1628, cross runway 9 left.
Crossing runway 9 left. Delta 1628.
Southwest 257, cross runway 9 left.
Crossing runway 9 left. Southwest 257.
Delta 259 taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Delta 25905.
Delta 1433, continue taxi.
Unable taxi. Will
Yeah.
advise when ready. Delta 1433.
Ground. Delta 2361 heavy request pushback.
Delta 2639 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 9 left via Lima. Delta 2639 heavy.
Delta 1834, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right cleared to land. Delta 1834.
Delta 2013, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 201
Delta 2608, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right. Delta 2608.
Delta 2241, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right. Delta 2241.
Delta 25905, cross runway 9 left.
Crossing runway 9 left. Delta 25905.
Southwest 548, taxi to terminal via Delta Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Delta Lima. Southwest 548.
Southwest 276, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right cleared for takeoff. Southwest 276.
Delta 993, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right.
Unable pushback. Will advise when ready. Delta 9 tree.
AC 5070, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. AC 5070.
Delta 1111, pushback approved, expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 8 right via Foxtrot Hotel. Delta 1111.
Delta 2652, contact departure.
Contact departure. Good evening. Delta 2652.
Delta 2275, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff. Delta 2275. Tower, Delta 85 Heavy inbound runway 9 right. Ground,
Craziness.
Southwest 2558 request pushback.
Craziness.
Ground, Delta 2639 Heavy request taxi runway 9 left. Ground, Delta 1756 request taxi runway 9 left.
Ground, Delta 9er tree request pushback.
Ground, Delta 1433 request taxi runway 8 right.
Delta 2363, runway 9 left, line up and wait.
Runway 9 left, line up and wait. Delta 2363.
Ground, Delta 2608 request taxi runway 8 right.
Ground, Delta 2241 request taxi runway 8 right.
Tower, FedEx 530 Heavy inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 2104, runway 9 right, clear to land.
Runway 9 right cleared to land. Delta 2104.
Delta 1756, continue taxi.
Unable taxi, will advise when ready. Delta 1766.
Delta 1756, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1756.
Southwest 276, contact departure.
Contact departure, good evening, Southwest 276.
Delta 1433, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 1433.
Delta 2548, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 2548.
Delta 2275, contact departure.
Contact departure, goodbye, Delta 2275.
Delta 1213, pushback approved, expect runway 9 left via Lima.
Unable to comply. Delta 121 tree heavy.
Tower, Delta 119 inbound runway 9 right.
Delta 2639 heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi, Delta 2639 heavy.
All right,
Ground,
folks.
AC 5070 request taxi runway 8 right.
I think we're going to call it an episode right there. We've been going at it for
pushback.
probably about 45 minutes, a little longer than I thought.
Inbound runway 9 right.
So we'll get this Delta out of here, and we will call it an episode. Delta 2363, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 left cleared for takeoff, Delta 2363.
As weight penalties
Ground,
start coming
Delta
in.
1571 request pushback.
Here come the flood of weight penalties for not getting these guys out of the terminal. But hey, it is what it is.
Ground, Delta 2194 request pushback.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode
Ground,
of
Delta 119
Tower
request
3D
pushback.
Pro at Atlanta. I hope you guys enjoyed this absolute insane shift. It was a lot of fun to do. At least we had no crashes. And we got, what, 800 points? 810 points. So, not too bad. This is the Gen X Gamer saying, I will catch you all in the next one.
Ground, Delta 1111 request taxi runway 8 right.
Bye-bye now.